Hi everyone, it's Diana Palm, the Love Witch, and today we're going to be talking about overindulgence. The truth about overindulgence is that it is actually a way to overcome lack. And a lot of times we may have had lack with finances, lack with food, lack with love, whatever the area is that you've experienced lack in your life. This often stems from your early childhood. And the way that we overcompensate when we get older is by getting a lot of it to feed that child or give to that child whatever they were missing, or to create a sense of stability by making it appear that there's plenty around you so that you never have to be without again. Sometimes in my life, I've definitely experienced overindulgence, especially with scrumptious, delicious food. I love food. I especially love really good food. But I came from a family with 8 kids, and so my mom often cooked large meals, like a big bowl of spaghetti, and then we'd have to pass it around and just take a little bit and wait to see if we could get seconds because we were still hungry. I remember a time when my parents were leaving town and they were telling my grandma to give us each one hot dog a day for lunch, and not to give Diana more than that because she was a glutton. Well, yeah, I was kind of chubby as a little kid, or maybe not chubby, but a little bit chunky or full. Shapely is what my family started calling me, but I was hungry. I was genuinely hungry, and I was active. I was athletic and active. I was playing outside all day. I had an appetite. I wanted to eat, but I was always feeling restricted or made fun of because I was eating. In fact, my other siblings would call me Fanana, which secretly meant Fat Diana. They were all slender and they didn't eat as much as I did. I had a voracious appetite for food and for life and for big things, and I wanted to eat, and I felt restricted, and I felt like there were so many times where I would worry about food. I would worry about having enough. I mean, we would hide food. I mean, my parents did a really good job raising 8 children. We always lived in beautiful places, and they worked really hard to provide well for us. But they were dealing with some of their own lack consciousness around food, and it trickled down into us. We would actually help mom carry in the groceries, dig through the bags, and then go hide things like in the bathroom closets, under the sofa, in our bedrooms. When friends came over and we offered them a snack, you should see how we used to search the entire house before we could find the right cupboard that food was hidden in. So food was kind of like a compulsion, or the fear of running out of food was a compulsion in my family growing up. So when I was a teenager and had my own job, I would buy pop, I would buy candy, and things that we never ever had in my household growing up. I remember my mother saying to me at that point that I was going to grow up to be a big fat old lady. So all of these issues around my weight, and I was a glutton, and I was Fanana, and all of these things made me feel very restricted around food and very confused about what to eat. All I knew is I wanted to eat, but I never really learned how to eat healthy food. I still love food to this day. Of course I do. I love good food. I love going out to dinner and having something fabulous that just lights up the taste buds in my mouth. I love to eat, but I had to learn how to eat in healthy ways. There have been a few times in my life when worrying about running out of food or running out of resources to buy food, especially when I was a single mother, that we would just really hoard food, or we just eat lots of pasta to get by between paychecks. And I wasn't eating a lot of healthy food or fresh food. So later on in my life, when I started doing better and making money, all I wanted to do was eat king crab legs and lobster and filet mignon, my chocolate desserts to die for. I love it all. I love lots of flavors. I love to try and experiment with food. But what happened was I was overcompensating with some of these delicious and savory foods coming into my life, and I was filling up that hole of all those times when I was told I could not eat, or that I had to only have like one hot dog with no bun, or whatever it was, or the times that I worried about not having food. That consumed a lot of my early life. So when I had money, I would start to overindulge, and I would eat so many rich, delicious foods that I started noticing my body reacting. Sometimes if I would eat too much lobster or crab, I started getting ear infections and my face would hurt. And my toes, I started getting gout, and my body started reacting oddly to all of these different foods I was consuming. And that's when I figured out moderation. And moderation allowed my body to clean itself out of some overindulgence and allow myself to have a reset so that I could better moderate the way that I was eating instead of overindulging in everything I loved. So you can see how very easily overindulgence stems from a lack mindset. But once you do learn to moderate whatever issue it is that you have going on in your life, you learn to find your balance and your harmony with it, and you heal the issues that created those feelings of lack within you, then you can actually elevate and get to another mindset. What really helped me was that a lot of my very wealthy clients and friends had a very specific diet. They did not overindulge and try to eat everything delicious to fill up that hole within them. They actually put all their money into very high quality foods, very, very fresh, organic produce, very good quality grass-fed meats, delicious savory seafood from all over the world. They fed themselves well, and they fed themselves with flavor and quality, but not an overindulging amount of it. Thankfully, a number of years ago, I worked with a personal trainer who put me on a really good eating plan. It worked for me phenomenally at the time. And then I had a lot of emotional stuff in my personal life come up that kind of threw me out. And I kind of went back to those cycles of lack and overindulgence again. And now I'm back onto that platform where I'm reducing all the sugars, the flours, the sodium, and eating a lot more healthy food. I can tell you the way that it makes me feel is a very clear mind. I have much more energy. My body is starting to detox and shape up better. I'm just dropping some excess weight. My metabolism is working again. That's wonderful. So what I've learned is that if you're coming from an abundant mindset, you're not looking for a large amount of food to take in. You're looking for very, very high quality food to take in because you're treating your body more like a temple. And you can literally use this in any area of your life. Wherever you have felt lack that you've overcompensated into overindulgence, you can come right into the middle, find your balance, and that's where you want to be. I invite you to look at your own life and see what emotional scars you may have that have been causing some compulsive behavior in your life, some overindulgence in your life, or some areas where you haven't truly been showing up to love yourself. It's also really important to honor your own journey and to not stay in a holding pattern of blame and guilt and shame for anything that you have lived through in your life. Right now, today, in this moment, you have the opportunity to make different choices. But if you would like some subconscious reprogramming to help you heal from traumas and experiences from your difficult childhood in ways that you may have been conditioned into self-harm or self-sabotage, I would love to help you with that. My website is www.dianapalm.com. Learning to value food in a new way has taught me to honor my inner temple, heal my inner temple, and I still love to feed it delicious food, but I don't fill up on stuff in order to overcompensate for lack in my childhood. I can actually just enjoy food and enjoy myself and feed my body glorious nutrition and divine tastes and enjoy that. And this is my inner temple. And while I'm on that topic, I do have an amazing inner temple meditation. It's free for you. It's for divine feminine healing, but men, you can listen to it too. Within all of us, we have divine masculine and divine feminine energies. So go ahead and watch that video if you'd like a sampling of my work and how I work to heal people. It's a guided meditation to just bring you through a beautiful healing process for your inner temple. Give me a heart below and tell me what you have experienced overindulgence with, and if you're ready to really heal that and release that and find your balance. I want to support you here on my channel. If you like this video, give me a like, subscribe, and share it with a friend. Be sure to check out my website as well. I have programs online to help you manifest your dreams, manifest your soulmate, or master your mediumship. My life is about everything spiritual, and I provide tips and tools for you to grow spiritually in whatever way you feel called to do. My website is www.dianapalm.com.